Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Great Sports, and we're going to be talking about the NBA and the NFL today in this video. So we're going to start off with the NBA and DeMarcus Cousins. As of today, which is August 15th, he tore his ACL. So Nick, give us some more details about this.
Yeah, so this is DeMarcus Cousins' third major injury in 19 months. So that is a very unlucky human being right there. So about 19 to 20 months ago, a year and a half ago or so, DeMarcus Cousins, during a game, he tore his Achilles. He was out until about a year. He was out. And then in the playoffs, at the beginning of last year's playoffs, he tore his quad, and he returned in the NBA Finals, I believe, or maybe the conference finals. I can't remember.
It was NBA Finals.
NBA Finals. He returned and he was fine. Didn't play great, but he played okay. And then he left the Warriors last year and went to the Lakers, and he was going to be a big three with Anthony Davis and LeBron. And news came out today during practice or training camp, he tore his ACL. So not lucky for him. This probably what we think is probably the end of his career. It's hard to come back from three major injuries that soon. Not sure which leg was on the ACL and Achilles, if it was on the same leg or different legs. Not really sure about that. But either way, it's going to be tough for him to come back and be anything after. I mean, he wasn't really that good coming back from the torn quad. He didn't really play that well. And now with the torn ACL, it's going to be very tough for him to come back and be anything. So,
only comment I really have about this, I mean, you told me that some people are saying 6 months,
yeah,
which I think is incredibly fast, and I don't see it happening, especially to a guy that's consistently had all these injuries. You're bound to have some motivation issues, and it's going to be, I mean, you hear that, man, you're devastated.
Yeah.
But now I just got to ask, who's their go-to center? What are they going to do for that offense?
Yeah, it's interesting. So one thing about Boogie, even with technology being as great as it is, there's no way he's coming back in 6 months. He might be recovered like 70% by then, but he's not going to come back until he'll probably miss all of next season. It's my guess. But for the Lakers' point of view, you have LeBron and AD. AD has said he does not want to play center, so that kind of is a struggle. I don't think actually they would have started Boogie Cousins anyway. I think they would have brought him off the bench. I mean, there are some guys who can just play center just to fill a role. I think, maybe you put just a role player, and kind of like the Warriors did a couple years ago. They had Zaza Pachulia, who was not really that great, but he just filled the role until for 6-7 minutes in the first quarter, and then you brought somebody else in, and they went small, which is what I think the Lakers are going to do. They're going to go a little smaller. I think Kyle Kuzma is hard because when you have AD, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron, they all play kind of similar positions. AD is a little bigger than both of them, but it's hard for me to imagine that AD will be the power forward, LeBron will be the small forward, and Kuzma can't be a guard. So I think you're either going to have to now put AD at the 5 and play him at center, or you're going to have to bring Kuzma off the bench or something. That's the only way it's going to work, unless Kuzma wants to play center, but I don't really think he's big enough. So it's an interesting point. They have some players that play similar positions, so it's going to be interesting. And another point maybe you could say is LeBron might play point guard. They've said he might play point guard, and then that would put Kuzma at small forward and Anthony Davis at power forward, but you still don't have a great center. But I think they'll just put a depth player in to start the game and then eventually go small.
I mean, and they can't really trade because they're really out of pieces. I mean, they don't have that much money.
They're pretty much out.
I guess they were having this issue already, even with Cousins, but I think this is definitely something that shouldn't be overlooked. So, I mean, that's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move now into the NFL with Antonio Brown. So you'll see by the title of this video, but Antonio Brown, as you had said, and I believe, is a clown. He is. He's had a lot of things the last couple, and Antonio Brown is probably my favorite wide receiver in the NFL. And I loved him with the Steelers because he was just really good. He's always been noisy, but he was really, for a while, not as noisy, but now he's just become crazy. I think once he turned 30, now 31, he's just crazy now. So with him, he had a foot issue. He got like, what is it called?
Chirotherapy.
Chirotherapy machine. He got frostbite in it, which I don't even know how. Like, you gotta, if you're gonna go into one of those machines, you should know what to wear and what not to wear. Yeah. So I'm gonna say I don't know how he really didn't, but
it's bad too. It's not like some minor
and
stuff.
look up his picture, because it's, I mean, if you're a younger kid watching this, tell your mom and dad to look at it first before you do. It's pretty graphic, and you don't want to just see it. It's pretty disturbing. Even though it's not as bad as some people have thought it was going to be at first. People were saying he could be out a while. Now he's probably going to be back during the first week of the season. They just have to peel off the skin, basically, and he'll be fine. It's just going to take a couple weeks to heal, but he'll be fine. So that's, with his injury, you can talk about his other issues he's going through.
So we also had the helmet incident. Oh boy, this is fun. The NFL clearly states that after 10 years you have to change your helmets, and you have to use another helmet. It's for safety regulations. They're trying to avoid from being sued by former NFL players of concussions and brain damage. Perfectly. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Antonio Brown got a warning the year before, last year, that he could not use this helmet this year. He should have expected it. He should not be complaining. Now, I will say that this whole thing with Antonio Brown retiring, it is an empty threat. There is nothing to be said about that. He wasn't going to retire. That's $30 million. But this still is absurd. And there's things coming out with Antonio Brown. And I don't want to just point this on the helmet, because he's going to eventually get a helmet. He's going to play. He's not going to miss this. Is that Antonio Brown is, he's a great wide receiver, talented, great work ethic. He's great. He's going to make Derek Carr good. I'm so excited to watch him play.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown has been reportedly missing practices. When he is at practice, he's a little out there and a little loopy. He hasn't been really with the team that much. He was late to his opening introduction conference.
Yeah.
He showed up to camp in a hot air balloon. The dude's complaining about a helmet. Yeah. He had this whole thing with the therapy and the frostbite.
And then one other thing I'll add, I just read before we started this video, he just got sued by a chef for not paying a bill. Dude, you gotta, yeah.
Yeah, I'm genuinely concerned for his mental health. He's taken some shots, and I'm being dead serious here. I'm genuinely concerned.
Yeah.
In a really serious manner, though, this dude has been, it's immature. He's a diva. And you see this proven by the fact that the Steelers traded him for a third-round pick and a fifth or sixth round pick. That's nothing. OBJ got traded for a first-round pick. Amari Cooper got traded for a first-round pick. This dude, the best wide receiver in football, maybe not the best, but one of the best.
Yeah.
I can make an argument for the best, and if someone told me that, I would fully support it.
I think he is the best. That's what I think.
Got traded for a third and a fifth. That is nothing. The Steelers wanted him gone. The dude has had issues for years now. We have seen him complain about Big Ben. We had the whole locker room issue 2 years ago in the playoffs.
Yep.
The dude has issues, and he's not mature, and that's just a fact. I don't want to hear anything else. He's talented, but he's immature. I want to see how the season goes. This drama's annoying.
Everybody thought the drama would end with the Steelers, but nope, he just carried it right on to the Raiders. So anyway, that's the story of Antonio Brown. Look up the picture of the frostbite with your own discretion. And that's it. That's all we have for you, and we'll see you guys next time.